Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Just last night I created this pattern off of somebody else's video, and it's quite difficult. And then I came up with this one kind of by accident, and I'm going to show you how I kind of got there. But in the first video in part one, if you didn't watch it, it was done with a triangle. So I'm going to get the six-sided polygon and hold down the control button so it's perfect, and then hit P, and then turn it into a three-sided polygon, which is a triangle. And I thought you could pretty much make this your own. So I'm going to hit P. I'm going to go ahead and delete this side. Okay, once again, I'm going to make a duplicate of that triangle because I'm going to need it later. You know what? I don't like nudging that far. So make something a nudge factor on like 15 inches. Make a duplicate and hit the plus key and move it over. Now I'm going to take the virtual segment delete key. So in that first video, we made lines, and it doesn't have to be as perfect as that. So I'm going to take a 2-point line and go from the midpoint right to that node. And then if I can't even remember how I was doing this yesterday, but so I've got a midpoint there, and I'm just going to take a 2-point line and go from like right there to right there, and then try to just do the exact same thing. You don't have to be perfectly close, but then I took a line and like went this way, and then down here, and then across, holding down the control button. Let's go ahead and cut off that. And then from this point, I'm just playing it by ear right now. I can't even remember what I did. That would really probably be good enough. But if we go here and here. Now let's take, like yesterday, I changed my pen size. So I'm going to change it now and make it black and make it like 8 points so we can see it good. I had nothing selected, so it'll not affect that. And I'm going to take the 2-point line, and I'm going to go, well, first of all, I always don't forget to group that together so we can get it out of the way in a minute. And I'm going to take my pen tool, and I'm going to go from that node to that node and see how it's thicker so we can see it. And then I'm going to go down here so I won't forget it. Then maybe go across here. And I messed up on that line. I didn't get it. Well, I'm actually too long. So the best thing to do there is take your shape tool and have it snap to that node. And I'm just playing it by ear just to show you how kind of easy it is. And we're going to go here, and we'll go here, and we'll go down here. This is going to make our line. Really, I think that's all we need to do. So I'm going to take my line that I grouped together and move it out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and turn these back to a hairline, and I'm going to grab them all with my shape tool, and I'm going to go to Windows, Dockers, and join curves. That way they'll be better looking. Well, why did that not join right there? Maybe it's good enough. So let's turn them now into a thicker line. Let's even go thicker. Let's go like 16 points. And now let's look at our corners. Yeah, it's good. So I'm going to go ahead and group these together, Control G, Control D to duplicate it, and then mirror it that away. Now, the reason I kept my triangle is because of this. I want to be able to move that over, but first I'm going to take this and I'm going to go up to Object, and I can't convert it to an outline because it's a group. So I'm going to go up to Object and ungroup it. Now I can grab this, go up to Object, convert the outline to an object, and I'm going to left click, no fill, right click outline. And then I'll go ahead and weld this, hopefully get rid of those intersecting lines, and it did. So now I'm going to move my triangle over and see it's outside the line, which is really okay. But I'm just going to smart fill it with, let's use this blue. Get the smart fill tool and fill that in. So what that did, well, you know what, these lines aren't touching, but I don't really think it's going to matter. That made these lines half as thick. So let's take our outline now and move it out of the way. And let's get just our blue and Control G, Control D, and then double click on the rotation and put it to that triangle, and that's why we kept it, and then rotate it 60 degrees. And because those lines were just like half, now they're the same thickness of the other lines. Now, regardless of what you do with this, and you can make your own pattern. But when I was looking at this, I thought, you know, really it would look cool without these nubs. And one way to get rid of those nubs would be to take the Smart Fill tool. And I'm going to hit that blue and move that down. And then delete this outer line. Well, they should. I didn't have them grouped together, so they won't. But that's still pretty cool. And then move that back up, and you have that pattern. Now Control G to group that together. And I'm going to go ahead and change it to like to 4 inches so we can move it over. And I want to start on a flat side. So I'm going to rotate it 15 degrees and get that flat side. I'm actually going to go ahead and left click, right click again. And see we have they're a little bit, that's a little thick. Let's try 4 points. That probably won't change. Yep. Well, let's just go back to where it was. And you know what? Let's go ahead and just keep it like it was with the outline. No, like I say, I'm playing off the cuff here. Well, they are a line, but now it's too late I can probably ungroup it. Let's ungroup all, then we can select it, convert the outline to an object, left click, right click. Wow. I must have made a duplicate of one of these. Yep. And I've also got some other lines in here, but you know, that would look pretty cool. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of these lines. Well, that's going to take more time than I thought, but I kind of like that star in the middle. I'm just trying to show you that anything is possible when you can't make something work perfectly. I don't like those boxes, so I'm hoping there's a weld. And it does, it leaves those little knobs. Shouldn't really matter. So what I'm going to do now is, let's zoom in here and take the parallel dimension tool, because I have this flat side, start going over here and then hold down the control button and go to that edge, and we're at 3.78. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 3.78, and then I can nudge this thing over. And see, they match evenly, and then I'm going to go Control D, and hopefully they're the same distance. So I'm going to Control G to group it. I'm going to go ahead and move this over. Now this is actually longer. Well, no, it's not. Remember, because we're going from the outside to the inside. See, this way those other lines are going to be welded together here in a second. So those intersecting lines. Now I did not weld this, and see, it's still got that little bump, but it's still a pretty cool pattern. Let's go ahead, take it, fill it in with yellow. Well, take away the outline, and it's still cool. It's a total different pattern. I like playing. I'm just trying to show you that almost anything is possible. I mean, that's kind of how I did this, which I actually like better. Let's see if we can't make that exactly like that. Let me back up here where I just had one. And let's take that. Well, I can't really make it like I thought. But let's take the virtual segment delete key and just delete this line. I'm just going to show you what else you could do. And if you're a little disappointed or confused, I'm sorry. I'm just playing. Now, let's hit P to put this in the center of the page. And this time, let's take just even though we've got probably 8 sides, well, let's start off now, not with a circle. And see, I changed my pen tool, so I'm going to change it back. I'm going to have F12, say OK, and go to a hairline and in red. And with nothing selected, that'll work. Now let me take the polygon tool. Let's do 6-sided first and see what it looks like. And let's expand it out, holding down the shift key. That really wouldn't look too bad. You know, if you fill this in with yellow, well, let's do it with blue, and maybe fill in every other one of these. Now, the only thing I did wrong, I wish I would have gotten rid of my lines, but I can take one of these and nudge it over and then delete the line. Of course, I got rid of I need to fill in my one more pattern there, and then we delete these lines. Then we can nudge this back. I mean, that pretty cool pattern right there. Let's go ahead and make it all yellow. I like showing it off in yellow. And let's make it 4 inches. Our nudge factor is still set on, well, we'll set it on 4. And then we're going to Control D and move it over. That's pretty cool. Let me make sure we don't have a line between it. I don't see one. So we can Control D again and move it over. Control D. Now this one's going to be a little bit different, and it might be hard to snap to because of that, but let's go ahead and Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and try to get that node and put it right there. It snapped good. Control G to group these, Control D to duplicate, and just put it straight down. Let's get rid of all this and this, and let's look at this with the black box effect. You can see the line, and that's because I nudged it exactly the same. But on this case, this could be fixed because we could take this and put a yellow line on it, and the lines disappear. So there's 2 different ways to do it. Both of them are pretty cool. I like my first one best. But, you know, anything is possible. Just, you know, play with it. And if I would have made these the same size, you know, pretty close to the same size, if not the same size. Anyway, just playing. Hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.